Yeah. In the days of old, 5 elements were known: MCing, DJing, graffiti had grown, B-boy and knowledge, the pillars of the game, but a 6th emerged, adding to the flame. Comics and hip-hop, a fusion so tight, visual storytelling, lyrics that ignite, from the pages to the beats, a seamless blend. The 6th element, where 2 worlds transcend.
Welcome to the 6th Element Show, where comics and hip-hop flow. Reno and Stu guiding the way, bringing you the culture every day. Welcome to the 6th Element Show, where comics and hip-hop flow. Reno and Stu.
What it is, what it do. Reno and Stu. Rocking with you. What up, man? We finally made it. We here, we late, but we here. We appreciate y'all for waiting. But yeah, man, we prepared something wonderful for y'all as well as always, you know. Couple new movies coming out. You may have heard of one of them. It's called Avengers Doomsday. Little project they're working on. Then you got Brand New Day, Spider-Man. That's actually going to come out first. And what we just witnessed was Wonder Man, which was probably the best show Marvel's probably done, probably ever. It's up there. It's up there. You got probably Loki.
No, I'm just saying, because you're right. It is.
Yeah, nah. Like what
damn show they put out since. Like, what we paying for? We paying for good shows like that. That's what we paying. $200 a year, from what, $120 to $260 a year, whatever Disney Plus is for the year now. Better step it up.
Yeah, man.
We're gonna cancel subscriptions around here.
Right. I thought, that's what I always thought it was going to be, like top-notch HBO quality productions and whatnot, but it is what it is. But I think they're getting the picture. Because this one was definitely up there. But main villain in that show was the Damage Control crew. Damage Control is an organization from the Marvel Comics that has now been converted into an MCU organization that is much like the Homeland Security, but for superheroes. U.S. Department of Damage Control is how they did it. But these are some of the comics. That's Damage Control #1 right there with Spidey on the cover. Okay. You got Damage Control in the background. Here's Damage Control #2 with Doom on the cover. Seeing a pattern here. Here's Damage Control reboot #1. And we got characters like She-Hulk, Ghost Rider, Moon Knight, Quicksilver, Nightcrawler, all characters that have been rumored to be in Doomsday. And I'm starting to put it together. I'm like, hey, what's the link? There's got to be something here binding joining these three entities, right? Doom, Avengers Doomsday, Spider-Man Brand New Day, and Damage Control. And there is a big connection. Huge. And the recent leaks that have been coming out, which I'm going to share with y'all, that me and Stu have been investigating and researching, has revealed the plot. Well, at least, Doom's plan, that part of it. The characters, or many of them, or the fact that there will be many of them, and who some of them are in the Spider-Man film. We also got the casting for the leader, the head rather of the Damage Control organization itself that we're going to share with you. We got images of some new merch that isn't out yet, but it reveals costumes and looks for a lot of these characters that have not yet been revealed elsewhere. So we'll share that with you as well. A lot of good stuff to share. It's a sharing time. Sharing is caring. What else? Marvel drops the first new look at Spider-Man's next MCU Showdown in a new preview, in a new comic that's going to sort of foreshadow what we're going to get in the movie. I'm going to show you what comic you can find and all that shit with all the good, all that stuff and all the good info that we need. Sony canceled its 5th Spider-Man spinoff movie, what that means for the MCU. Damage Control set to return in Spider-Man Brand New Day. We're gonna give you the details. Why Thor and Steve unite in Avengers Doomsday, revealed by a report. Doom's plan, like I said again, revealed as Phase 6 ends forever. Like I said, the promo art, we got damage control, Supermax prison in the MCU, full MCU damage control history breakdown, how it affects the future films and what it's meant so far, all that. Toys and action figures, we got Mattel giving us that first look at the upcoming DC Comics figures. We're going to talk about it. It's not, we've seen it for a few days now, but also Masters of the Universe movie figures and thus character designs have been officially revealed ahead of design. So that's cool. We'll check those out. Mattel replacing their Masters of the Universe Masterverse line with the new Chronicles 112 line. What's that going to look like? Hiya Toys just dropped the new G.I. Joe Cobra Eel. That's fucking sick. We'll check that out. And yeah.
Hiya Toys always does such a wonderful job.
They're beautiful.
Their toys.
They do. Yeah, they're really cool looking figures. The only reason I don't collect them is just because they don't really come out in waves and they don't really have like a big line. It's like one figure every like several months, and I just can't collect that way. I want my collection like right off.
I get it.
One figure a year ain't cutting it.
But and you're right. They don't. You're right. They don't consistently over the course of a year come out with a lot of figures. Not saying that they need to, but just saying that it would be better for people who collect because we want to get as many as we can and as many iterations as we can. So
yeah, well, I just like to see, I like to see a lineup. I want to see a team. I want to see, a few Joes, a few Cobras, not just, it's very random, like an Alley Viper and Roadblock and an Eel. It's like
right. It doesn't do anything. Right.
I need my characters first. Yeah.
You want to make a collection. You want to say, well, maybe I got I don't know, G.I. Joe Super 6 1 team, infiltrated the Cobra base in it, or I might have the Cobra Grenadier team number 105. With all these weird looking, you can't do that if you bring, like you said, you bringing out a random character. You give me Scarlet, Eel, Roadblock, one of the Crimson Twins, but not both of them. Stuff like that.
Right. What up, Corey, man? Salute, peace.
Corey, Adger, peace.
Couple of new,
or even the Dreadnoughts too. That's another thing. You want the Dread? You want all three,
right?
They would give you one Dreadnought. Yeah, they give you one Dreadnought.
At least the three main, three originals.
Yeah. And you get one a year for 3 years. That doesn't work.
Yeah. And then you don't get the whole one. You don't get the whole team. You get Buzzer, and then you get 6 other Joes, and then you might get Rippers. Right. Corey Adger, man, thank you, sir, bro. Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Corey Adger, salute. Thank you.
Much thanks.
Word up. Much thanks. Yeah.
As for the channel, though, some news and some disclaimers, a little bit of for our regulars and our friends that kick it with us on the regular tip. Sixth Element is gonna be making a major change. I know I've said this before, but like this is inevitable now. It has to happen. So we're gonna be starting a new channel, and we of course hope that you'll all follow us over the new channel. And it'll be prepared in such a way with such knowledge that I've learned over the years doing this channel, and basically over mistakes and trials and errors, I've destroyed this channel. I've made it impossible to grow. I've done some things, and it's stuck for those reasons. Different experimentations, things like that. Shorts. You know how they push shorts? They say, "Yo, you gotta do shorts. You gotta do shorts." If you put shorts on a channel that has long form videos, you destroy your channel. Because now because shorts are going to get you a lot of subs real quick. But every one of those subs is a person that watches shorts. People that watch shorts also go on TikTok and Instagram. They don't watch long form videos. They watch shorts. So it's very, very hard to get a person who watches shorts to also then come over and watch your long form video. YouTube's whole thing, they said, "Oh, put up the shorts. They'll see your shorts and then they'll go to your long forms." Well, in theory, maybe, but people are creatures of habit, and people have short attention spans, and especially people that watch shorts, they watch shorts. And so they don't watch long form videos. Point being, Now you have a
very
bunch
short attention span.
and now you have a
People that
bunch
watch
of
shorts have
subscribers.
very short attention spans, to be honest with you.
Right. And now you have a bunch of subscribers that watch shorts, but your channel puts out mostly long form videos. Well, what that does to the algorithm is it tells the algorithm that all these people that subscribe to your channel, they don't watch your videos. So your videos must suck. They must not be engaging. People don't watch them all, blah, blah, blah. So it fucks with the algorithm, makes it think, oh, this channel has a bunch of subs that they don't watch this shit. So it fucks you up. So a lot of things like that we've learned. And so we'll be starting from scratch. It's a daunting task and scary, I admit, but we can handle it. And it's for the best. Because honestly, guys, we put in a lot of work and we have a great show, and you guys know it. You love our show. You come all the time. You're fucking loyal. You're here every fucking Wednesday, every fucking Saturday, and we love you. And that's because you recognize good content and y'all ain't crazy, right? So the problem is that YouTube is just not showing our shit to everybody. No one's seeing it. So, but we got tricks. We got ways to fix it. Not tricks, actually. It's the tricks that fucked us up. So we're gonna do it all legit. We're gonna do it all the right way and all that good stuff. But we'll keep the live channel. We'll keep the channel here around for doing lives and whatnot here and there. But mostly we're gonna convert to the new channel. It'll be fun. It'll be a lot of good growth, and that's what you want. I mean, you want to watch a channel that's growing, and guys, Sixth Element, it just doesn't grow. It's great. It's here. We're awesome. We're solid. We're not going anywhere. We're not growing either. And that doesn't give you guys much hope for great content in the future, right? So it's best for us all. It's best for us all. But that out the way, another thing I want to tell you guys is that when you come to our channel, bro, anything that you hear me tell you guys, we have guests on all the time. Lots of guests. And guests come on with their opinions. They have information, maybe they have knowledge. Mostly they have opinions. And I just want y'all to understand that when y'all come here, you can be confident that anything out of my mouth has been researched ad nauseum. Like anything I say is a fact. It's something I've already looked at. I've already researched it. I've already, gone through it. I know it's a fact. That's why I'm saying it. So if you hear something out of my mouth, you can trust it. If you hear something out of someone else's mouth, a lot of times you can trust it, but I can't put my stamp on it. If I ain't say it, if I ain't research, if it ain't come out of my mouth, I can't put my stamp. Same thing with Stu Dog, obviously. But any of our guests, just take it with a grain of salt. Just understand that. Because I know I had some people that say, oh, this person, they saying I was learning this off your channel. It turned out to be bullshit. And I'm like, well, who said that? And they're like, da, da, da. Yeah, well, there you go. So there's that. All right. So Avengers Doomsday. Let's get right into it. Right.
Let's go.
Well, remember the first little trailer, right? With the chairs and all the names on the back of the chairs, and they told us who was all going to be in the movie. Wasn't no Steve Rogers up there, right? Now Steve Rogers in the movie. And we now know that Thor and Steve Rogers team up like kind of like a buddy squad in the movie. And we know exactly what they're going to be doing as a team as well. And so again, spoiler alert, we're going to bust it up for you. Here we go. So Thor and Steve are teaming up to find Loki. In Avengers Doomsday, they're on a side quest to find Thor's brother Loki. And this scoop comes from My Time to Shine Hello, who stated, by the way, My Time to Shine Hello is one of the very top insiders and always on point, very well known and renowned. When they come with their inside shit, it's always on point. They said in Avengers Doomsday, Thor and Steve are on a side quest to find Loki, and this subplot sets them apart from the central Avengers storyline. And Tom Hiddleston is confirmed to return as Loki, god of stories, with the horns and all that. We've even got some imagery of him with the horns, so and how everybody's going to look in the movie. So I'll show you that here in a second. But same source also revealed Thor and Steve are already on the Fantastic Four's ship with Doom before it arrives in the MCU. You hear me, bro?
What?
Yes.
Well, no, wait a minute.
Steve. Yes.
This is getting
Implications.
juicy.
Implications. Yeah, man. Steve, Thor, Doom on the Fantastic Four ship together. Now, what does that mean? Does it mean that Doom has fooled Thor and Steve into thinking that he's Tony? Or is it Thor and Steve just the familiarity of the fact that he looks like Tony? They trust him. Was there something involved with that? Are they being tricked? So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. But they are together, and maybe it's like, we know who you are. We know you're fucked up. We know you're this evil version of our brother Tony, but you are doing the right thing. So we're gonna help you. Because here's the thing: what I think about Doom, I don't think he's gonna be the big bad as far as trying to kill everyone. I think he's gonna be trying to save everyone. But when he saves everyone, he's now the ruler of everything. So we can't let him save everyone. I think that's kind of what will be. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah. So Thor and Steve, Chris and Chris, Robert Downey Jr., chilling. And the report states that multiple masked sidekicks, both male and female, the sidekicks' identities remain unclear. Sources believe that they are variants or followers, with some possibly unmasking as characters like Scarlet Witch or Tony Stark. So we're thinking that. I'm sorry, I think I left the word out. Doom commands multiple masked sidekicks. Sorry. So he's going to have a command. He's going to have an army of multiple masked sidekicks. That's what the quote is: multiple masked sidekicks. Obviously, they mean fucking superheroes with masks on. Superheroes, right? And he'll control that army, but he's also going to control another army. And Stu, I think you hit this on the head last week when we were talking about Wonder Man and the Dark Force. So we find out that Doom is going to be controlling a cabal of dark magic users, wizards and witches, that we think will be masters of the Dark Force.
Just remember, you heard it here first.
All right, let me see now.
Now, if Doom is going to be on their ship, because remember when we watched the Fantastic Four movie, right, they were showing the UN, and there was no representative there from Latveria, so that would lead to believe that Latveria is probably
Latveria
is probably a nation that's isolated. They're like North Korea. They keep to themselves. They come when they come, and they don't. Yeah. Hang on, bro. So my theory with the whole thing is that this Doom is actually trying to prevent an incursion that Steve Rogers calls. And that's the word I've been hearing. Is that, Steve Rogers calls an incursion. Doom's trying to fix it. But he's trying to fix it in a way where he's the only one that benefits from it.
Right. Basically. Yeah. In a nutshell. In a shell's nut. But what is Doom's plot? So his plan in the movie. So this new hint, this new rumor, I guess, hints at what Robert Downey Jr.'s Doom could have in store for the movie, and how, a secret order could play a role. Hang on. Shoe. There's a rocket. What is the latest Avengers Day rumor? Well, during the latest episode of the Hot Mic podcast with John Rocha, ended the show by detailing some new rumors that he's heard regarding the upcoming movie. He mentioned that, firstly, he's heard that Dr. Doom will have a Black Order, who Rocha describes as a group of witches and wizards who are working with him.
Wouldn't put it past.
Right. No, I mean it's kind of what I thought you were saying last week about the Dark Force. Well, you said Doom would be using the Dark Force. Well, not only will he be using the Dark Force, but he'll have a cadre of Dark Force users.
No, I was saying that too. That there's going to be people using the Dark Force in the movie, and that he's going to be using it as well. But when he uses it, he'll be much stronger than everybody else that shoots.
Right. And so, so during the joint, so the latest rumor led to some theories that Doom could be working with the MCU magic users like Scarlet Witch, Doctor Strange, in some other capacity. Rocha and Snyder then both noted that Steve Rogers and the Fantastic Four could play a role, with Rocha noting that the Fantastic Four and Doom seek out Steve Rogers' help. That's why Rogers is on the ship with Doom and the Fantastic Four, because Doom in the end of the movie, like Doom's, coming up to the Fantastic, they're talking, like it's not like, oh, on site, no, they're talking. They're like, okay, well, incursions are coming, and we got to bail, kind of thing, something like that. So they're going to take off, going to try to stop the incursions. And Schneider mentioned that Steve Rogers could be stuck in an alternate timeline due to the TVA. That possibly Steve Rogers this whole time has been in the 828 universe, which is the Fantastic Four's universe from the movie. And that kind of will line everything up and make it make sense. So in order to achieve that goal, Doom would require a lot of so while Steve Rogers' status, is still up in the air, Doom's association with these magic users could hint at some big plans. And basically what we're hearing is like circulated that Doom will culminate in a merging of timelines, leading to the potential creation of a battle world, which is for 2027 Secret Wars, the next movie, which will feature a ton of heroes all coming together against Doom, as in the comic. And so in order to achieve that goal, yes, Doom he's going to require a lot of magic. So in Doctor Strange, in the Multiverse of Madness, the ability to travel and move freely through the multiverse is shown as a tough one. It's not easy, right? It's hard to master. And so Doom could be looking to create an army strong enough to make his goals a reality. So far, Doomsday, Avengers Doomsday featured a massive, cast, and all the names and more are coming through. Like we're still that lineup of chairs was only the beginning. Like there's so many more characters going to be in this thing. The word, bro, and this is crazy, the word is that this is going to be like the biggest movie ever. You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I'm thinking about
not the biggest Marvel movie ever, the biggest film event ever in history of all time. Yes, that's what they're saying. Like this is going to be the biggest movie of all time in scope, in scale. Yeah.
That's a huge statement, man. And you gotta,
it's massive.
That's huge, man. You gotta have some big kahunas to say that and deliver. You gotta deliver it. If you're gonna say it, you gotta deliver it. I mean,
we hope so.
I've been saying for the longest, because of the color of the A, it's gonna be something that has to do with time travel, and things like that. I keep saying that.
Oh yeah, we know that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Dimensional portals, we know by looking at Doorman. Doom in the comics, you got to remember when Doom is fighting somebody. Let's say he's losing, or the person just catches him off guard and does something that he can't recover from. He creates portals to escape, and they can never catch him. He does it to the Fantastic Four. He did it to Maestro. Right. He does it to Tony Stark. Anybody. And he just appears out of nowhere using portals. And these portals are created through dark magic. And he uses them. So we know if Wanda can traverse different universes with her magic, and then she used that dark book in order to do it, then we know it exists. And we don't know if she destroyed the book anything, but we know she brought down the temple that it was in. So on this other Earth, you got to remember these books all exist on these other Earths and in these other dimensions. They just look different, or they're kept different, but they're the same things, and they do the same thing. So we have to remember that.
Yeah.
And if he's tapped into some of that magic, that could make him even more powerful.
Yeah. No, I hear you. God damn it.
What's up?
Just deleted a big ass file. Fuck. Well, Dr. Doom's plan, yes. That's kind of the deal there. Now, like earlier long-term plans built around Kang have been dropped, and so they're restructuring this whole narrative around Doom, which
I think is better.
Yeah,
I think it's better than Kang. Yeah, it's better than Kang.
Yeah. Now, notably absent from the cast is Hulk. Hulk is not apparently in this movie. He is apparently in Spider-Man, however. Mark Ruffalo, we were hearing, was fired. And yeah, I don't know if it was the Trump remarks, but I think it was. He was saying how Trump is the worst human being in the world at the Golden Globes. He was saying how, we got fucking stormtroopers in the streets. I mean, it's all he didn't lie at all. He was. I thought he would have been praised for what he's saying, but apparently, I think what happened was, okay, I see what it is now. He was never fired. They were, who thought he got fired were fucking Trump lovers and shit. But people in the know that Hollywood despises Trump. Hollywood hates Trump. They're as left gets. So the evidence people keep pointing to as proof that he got fired. Literally, a comedy bit from 2018 where the Russo brothers jokingly tweeted, "Mark, you're fired," after he pretended to spoil Endgame on Fallon's show. The tweet is still making the rounds 6 years later and being used as proof that Disney just fired him over the Trump comments. Yeah. These Trump people will fucking do anything. They'll say to support their bullshit narrative. I think it's denial. I think it's like they're so ashamed, if they have any intelligence at all, that because that's the key too, because a lot of them.
I'm gonna just say what I always said. There are nutballs out there, and we have seen them come out the woodwork.
I'm talking about the normies, though, who still support Trump. You have to be in denial, or you have to be trying to just cover up, some people, when they're wrong, they double down to make it seem like they were never wrong. That's what these people are doing. You're fucking wrong. This guy is destroying this country's future every day, but yet you don't want to admit, because you were so gung-ho and believed so strongly, you don't want to admit now that you were fucking bamboozled and hoodwinked and fooled by this con man. And so now you double down as if that somehow is we're gonna buy that shit. No one's buying it, dog. You can polish a turd all day long, it's still a piece of shit at the end of the day.
Right. Which we've been having this debate since Obama was in office. Because remember, he came out with the old slogan, "You can put lipstick on a pig, but it's still a pig."
There you go.
And they all got mad at him about that. But I mean, what can you do, man? It's the world we live in. I mean, we live in a world where some people think that they're the only ones that should be able to say whatever they want to whoever they want, however they want. They want all the power, and they don't want the responsibility. They just want to do what they want. They don't care.
You think they're Dr. Doom? They think they're Dr. Doom.
They think they're Dr. Doom. Right?
They think this is Latveria. It is not.
Yeah. Or they think they're Sauron. Yeah, they think they're Sauron. Or they think they're Kang. Or they think they're Hitler. It just goes. this goes down the line. Like, I mean, people deserve freedom, man. Be free as they want to be.
Yeah.
You know, civilly, that is, because we got some people that want to be a little too free.
Well, anyway, if you've heard that Mark Ruffalo got fired, 100%, it's just conservative audiences wanting it to be true, who hate his politics and would love to see him get the Gina Carano treatment. Same thing happened to Gina Carano. So, but nope, it's not happening. They love Mark Ruffalo, and everything he said was agreed with by everyone in Hollywood. So eat that shit. But it gets funny because, like, the other proof that people keep circulating to, that old 2018 Russo brothers tweet, Ruffalo was on the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon promoting the Avengers Endgame, and as a bit, he jokingly started to reveal the title. The Russo brothers were playing along with the joke and tweeted, "Mark, you're fired." And everybody involved was obviously kidding. It was a joke set up, staged for a late night comedy show. 2026, fast forward, how many years? What is this? It's almost 10 years later. The screenshots of that tweet are still circulating, being used as evidence by these desperate conservatives who just want to. I mean, by making this tweet, he's not getting fired. You realize that, guys, right? Like, he's not being fired when you tweet this. So what's the fucking point? They're tweeting it, trying to, I guess, fool people that he's fired. I don't really know why. But yeah, people are taking this 6-year-old comedy bit completely out of context, reading like legitimate news story, which this is exactly how misinformation works in 2026, apparently. And the whole administration is very, good at doing fake news. So this is just right up their alley. And why everyone immediately believed the rumor, obviously, was the Gina Carano situation, is absolutely why these rumors gained traction so fast, because Disney genuinely did fire her from The Mandalorian in 2021 over her social media posts. She compared being a Republican to being Jewish during the Holocaust, which Lucasfilm called abhorrent and unacceptable. She's also been posting anti-mask stuff during COVID and pushing election fraud conspiracies. Basically, it's like she was kind of being a Trump supporter, not a Trump, but a Republican supporter, conservative supporter against, but also mixing it up with liberal things too. It was like, is she liberal? Is she conservative? Because she was really pushing both like radicalisms. It was really kind of bizarre. Lucasfilm put out an official statement saying that she was gone and wouldn't be coming back. Bob Chapek said that she didn't align with company values, that her agency dropped her. The agent, the actors have an agent, they fucking dropped her. The whole thing was very public and official. Then she sued Disney with Elon Musk's money, claiming wrongful termination and discrimination, pointed out that male actors made similar posts without consequences, and they settled in 2025. She didn't come back, moved on to work with the Daily Wire and other conservative outlets, because now she's a conservative champion. And that precedent is still sitting there in everyone's memory. But remember, she got fired because Disney does not align with conservative values, didn't align with her Republican, anti-liberal rhetoric. Well, Ruffalo is doing the opposite. He's saying, he's like, he's got opposite views. So is it really that surprising that they're not tripping at him and they were tripping at her? Bob Chapek said her fucking shit she's saying does not align with our values. We can fire you over that. This is the entertainment business. We can fire you if your fucking political views do not align with ours. So, whether you agree with that or not, and whether which side you're on is completely irrelevant. It's just my point being that the whole thing about Ruffalo being fired was just propaganda, plain and simple. And also the fact that his real status is confusing everyone. So Ruffalo did confirm to Empire that he's not in the Avengers Doomsday movie, which honestly probably fed these rumors more than anything else. So, but the Hulk is sitting out major Avengers movies, while Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth, and Robert Downey Jr. are all coming back. That's weird. People are understandably confused about why one of the core Avengers just isn't showing up. But Ruffalo explained it's just about the story and what makes sense for the character. He said he's down to keep playing Hulk as long as Marvel has interesting stuff for him to do. Mentioned that the Avengers role gave him opportunities like, for other projects like Climb 101. His whole vibe was not in this movie, but definitely not done with the character. And so here's the kicker. Ruffalo is confirmed for Spider-Man Brand New Day, dropping in July 31st, before the Avengers movie. So we're going to see Hulk before the Avengers movie. We're not going to see him in it. We're going to see him before it. He's got a big role in the Spider-Man movie, possibly fighting the Punisher of all people. And you'll have, speaking of Spider-Man, I guess we can roll in to that. Good segue, because I think we chopped all the rest of that. Yeah. So let me see. So the Department of Damage Control will return. We saw him in Wonder Man. They're going to return in Spider-Man Brand New Day. And the guy that plays the leader of the organization is from a show called Severance that you may or may not have watched on Apple TV. And he's dope. It's a dope show. Severance was good. Apple TV show, and the actor, that is playing him. I am pulling up his image for you now. See, if you know him. His name is Tramell Tillman. Good old Tramell Tillman, and here he is. Image is coming up here any second. Any fucking second. All right, there we go. Bong. There he is. So if you watch the show Severance, you know exactly who he is. And he, this comment said, he kind of looks like he's going to say he's getting too old for this shit at any moment. That's funny because he kind of does have a little Murtaugh vibe, but no. He's cool. He's super like spry. Like he's a young dude, just looks that way. But he played a good character. Did you watch? You didn't watch Severance, did you?
I'm stuck on it.
Severance?
I mean, I've watched Severance.
Oh,
Maybe I don't know, like 1 or 2 episodes. But never got into it.
Oh yeah, you really gotta.
It was sort of what was that other show that everybody used to watch on? Used to come on Sci-Fi. They made a movie out of it. The movie was really good. I can't remember the name. It's Serenity.
Oh yeah.
Everybody went crazy over Serenity. It was the Serenity to me was like, so I watched 1 or 2 episodes, but everybody raves about it like it's the best thing since Pockets on Pants. But I never actually sat down and really got into it. What I saw was good, but I never got into it. I never consistently watched it. Like I do Star Trek, but I never consistently watched it. But we need, but I'm down with it. We need new faces. Me personally, I really think they should have just doing these stories like Secret Wars and Doomsday. I think they should just started from scratch with new faces, same characters, just new faces. That's it. I think it would work a lot better. I think it would go across better with the whole community, man. And you can do it better. You can do more stories from there.
Right.
But it's like they sign contracts. I just found out the other day. Remember the Power Rangers movie that came out a few years back? Apparently, they did a 5-movie deal. They literally signed a contract to do 5 movies. We only got 1 movie. That's it. Nobody knows where the other 4 movies ever went, or we never got the other 4 movies, or if they started production, nothing, or if they're gonna just do it later. But that's the thing that's going on with the Fox. Like you said, I don't want to see the Fox people, but they got contracts. They sign contracts to do movies, so They got to fulfill those contracts. So
well, this is true. It's sad but true. Sad but true. All right. So we shouldn't have jumped to Spider-Man yet because I forgot we completely skipped the whole Doom thing. So Doom just put out some new merch, or they put out some new merch, and promo art featuring the main characters, led by Doctor Doom. You have Fantastic Four, X-Men, Avengers, all that, and it also featured an updated Avengers Doomsday logo, but it may be exclusive to this promo art. It may not be anything, official. Not that it's not official, but it may not be for the movie per se. But there's some other images, and obviously some of it's not for the movie. Some of it's like goofy and silly. Some of it's with his expressionless mask, standing out design, or the typical design that used to seeing and everything. There is a closer look at his cloak clasps appearing to resemble the same pair of insignias that reference Thor and Captain Marvel. So it's unknown what material his armor is going to be made of, but there's a chance that it's strong as vibranium or adamantium because he's got to withstand a blast from everything from any superhero. And so we see the Fantastic Four and new themed jackets on top of their official uniforms, and they've got some different hairstyles from the movie. Ben Grimm can be seen wearing the same costume he wore in the first movie with no minor visual upgrades yet. It's possible that he also has one of those Fantastic Four themed jackets that he could wear at some point in the movie. And then there's a look at aged up Franklin Richards, also unveiled, and he's he's expected to play a major part in the grand scheme of Dr. Doom's plans in Doomsday. I don't think that he's only going to be just a little kid or a baby either, rather, but there'll be a grown version through different timelines and shit like that they'll have him with. New Avengers, Thunderbolts, whatever you want to call them. Highlighted there some new shit. The Wakandans and Namor. You got the X-Men. Let me show you what we're looking at here. So here is first of all, it's like where's a little video? Oh shit. There's a little video. I gotta find the video again. And then I'll give you the close-ups. Let's hope it's on this one. Okay. Sharing my screen. Tweet. Let me hit the chat real quick. See what's going on. What up, Slade? What up, Corey? Mr. Alkin Bullen. He said, that's crazy. Kevin Davis said, Apple TV need more originals to draw subscribers. Apple TV's shows, I think, are some of the best fucking shows on streaming. Go to Apple TV, bro. You will not be disappointed. Like, every show that they've had, even the ones that I've been like, that's not going to be for me. There's a show called Shrinking with fucking Harrison Ford, and it is the opposite of anything I'd normally watch, bro. I'm so hooked, bro. I'm so hooked. Like, everything they do is good. They got a show called Calls, I think it's called, where it's just audio. You see a screen with squiggly lines, but it's just audio, and it's just phone calls. And it's episodic. They're so fucking good, bro. You'll be hooked, bro, and you binge every episode. Like, I don't know, the writing on that platform is some of the best in the business. He said the problem with Marvel and DC, too many powerful characters, not enough compelling stories to have solid storylines with stakes. And I agree 1,000%, but I would change it, and I'm sure this is what you mean. The problem with the MCU and the DCU, because the comics have plenty of compelling stories. It's like, guys, the material's right there. Just use it. Like, obviously, this stuff has been around since the 30s and 40s and has stood the test of time, has people more passionate than any other medium. It's some of the best literature and storytelling in human history, hands down. And Yeah, but yet you will just shun it all, just negate it all, just act like it's not up to par. We have a screenplay. The fuck out. Your shit is trash, bro. These are real writers, dog. You know what I'm saying? But hey, is what it is. A kind discrimination. Oh, that's a Twitter one. Kevin said, if Josh DeMero became Disney CEO, nothing is going to change with the MCU or Star Wars moving forward.
Wow, that's powerful.
That sucks.
That's powerful, Kevin.
That sucks. I don't know who Josh DeMero is, but I don't expect much to change ever with those things, except maybe the filmmakers or the writers working on specific projects. I don't ever really expect to see a Disney-owned company, be it Marvel or Star Wars, just be across the board everything shit that I'm gonna like. What I've learned that once they bought these IPs and started making content, and I expected to like everything because I should, right? Well, it's not that way. So we just got to take the stuff that, you know, like when Dave Filoni was like fresh and he did The Mandalorian. I was like, whoa, this is dope. Like this guy, yeah, like he made some good shit. Or Tony Gilroy made Andor, like phenomenal.
Very phenomenal.
But yet we got Acolyte too. So it's like we gotta take what we can get, I guess. But I don't see shit changing. Filoni being the head of Lucasfilm instead of Kathleen Kennedy, I do think is going to change things because he will not be trying to have self-insert characters like Rey, and he will not be trying to have people like Leslie Headland make up their own version of Star Wars. Like, he's not going to do that shit that Kathleen Kennedy was on. He's going to make shit, whether you dig his style or whatever. He is the closest follower of George Lucas, probably, in that company, and definitely, and maybe even in Hollywood that's working right now. So I'm not mad at him taking over for that role, but we got to see, man. That dancing in season 1. What show are we talking about? Stu.
Yes, sir.
Check it out. This is the official merch for the Avengers Doomsday.
I'll wait for you to play it. And that
quick.
first, damn.
Shit goes quick. I'm gonna play again.
That's hard, man. That Doom joint. I like that jacket. I like the jacket and the varsity joint.
So here's what we saw. That right there is a thunderbolt over a rainbow, which is obviously, signifying Thor and, the Bifrost and all that. And we got the hat says Doom Squad. And we got this t-shirt here with all the different Dooms. Basically, it's all the same exact. Yeah, it's the same face, but every hood is a different color, every cloak, and then it says like mournful, sad, lonely, relaxed, constipated, happy, whatever. So basically the joke is that no matter what he's feeling, it's the same face.
That's dope. I like that.
Then you got
me.
It says Doom Scroll, and he's got the phone doom scrolling. And Downey was actually wearing this shirt. Panels. And here's a close up on the little list there. It's basically just names of characters that we already know: Beast, Mystique, Gambit, Cyclops, Nightcrawler, John Walker, Ghost, Joaquin, Bob, Franklin, as in Franklin Richards. Then you got this Point Doom where he's like chilling in like the beach chair, saying surfs up subjects. And That is actually there's something to do with Thor. I don't know some Point Break type joke. I think. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Search up some checks.
Mm-hmm. Then we got Pinewood, Upside Down Pinewood Studios, which was the studio making the movie. And then my favorite, DJ Doom on the ones and twos with the bucket hat, the headphones, hitting that. Picky.
Now that's hard. But yeah, that's hard. I take it back. Ain't no buts. That's hard.
Kevin said, I understand everybody have the right to their voice and their opinion. MCU and Star Wars course correct just to make money and also not to offend the audience with political themes. Yeah, I mean, there's just no room for that shit. And honestly, it's like Star Wars. First of all, a couple things, right? George Lucas said, I made Star Wars for 12-year-old boys. He didn't say it wasn't a dig at us. It was 12-year-old boys. He didn't say 12-year-old girls. He didn't say 12-year-old kids. He didn't say children. He said 12-year-old boys. Not to say that girls can't watch it or blah, 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 but his marketing directive was directed towards young boys and stuff that young boys would be into, stuff that young boys would find interesting, that they would follow and want to see year after year. Disney bought Star Wars because they wanted boys to attract boys to their market, because Disney was all princesses and girl stuff and they had only girl fans and they wanted boys. So they bought Star Wars and they bought fucking Marvel because they wanted to attract the boys. Then they brilliantly turned around and tried to feminize them both. So
boys, yep. Yes,
who knows what the strategy there was? I guess somebody forgot why they bought them in the first place, and that's what happened. So, this is the last piece of merch. That's the most revealing piece. A little close up here. And like I said, this is all the looks for everybody that's going to be an Avengers movie. Starting on the top, let's go top. I guess we'll do top right. That's Gambit over there. Then you got the red Guardian thing. M'Baku looks like Beast. Then you got Nightcrawler, John Walker. Then over and down on the left. Who is that? Who the fuck is that? Looks like Mario Lopez. I don't know who that is. Supposed to be right there under Beast. To the right is Bucky. To the right of that is Cyclops. Then you got Ant-Man. Then you got I think that's Namor. And then under Namor you got Shang-Chi, then Loki, then maybe America Chavez, then Shuri, then maybe Void, then Thor, then Patrick Stewart, aka Professor X, then Vanessa Sue Storm, rather, Franklin Richards, Reed Richards. There's Doom right there in the middle, center front, and then of course above him is Cap, aka used to be Falcon. Oh, that's who that is up there looking like Mario Lopez. That's the new Falcon, I believe. And then next to the old Falcon, new Cap is Magneto, long hair Magneto with the helmet. Where's that from? Hold on. Right there. Long hair Magneto with the helmet from the Age of Apocalypse. So, is it actually Age of Apocalypse Magneto? Are we going to see other Age of Apocalypse characters? Are they just using that look from the Age of Apocalypse Magneto? Hard to say, but pretty cool. Below Magneto, I think that's obviously Johnny Storm, and then next to him is, I think, Yelena. Whew, that's everybody. And then up at the top, far right, up top left corner, rather, the head you cannot see is Feige, and then the two heads under that is the Russo brothers, I believe. At least I think that one with the glasses definitely is. And I know it's Feige above him. I'm still eating my dinner, y'all. So, those are some revealing looks, actually, that we have not been shown in any other. You have, perhaps, I think the standout design is the X-Men's, following the third epic trailer that confirmed James Marsden Cyclops in a comic accurate costume. More looks at costumes from other team members were there. Like I said, the Magneto with the long hair and the comic accurate costume resembles that of his it's Age of Apocalypse was the first one, but it's also obviously X-Men 97 too. I mean, right? The most recent Magneto in X-Men 97 has long hair. That's really probably what they're referring to rather than this old gem here.
But you know what? I got a question. Are we ever gonna get a younger Magneto? Like, are we ever gonna get the Magneto with a younger Magneto? Because it seems like the most popular Hollywood configuration for Magneto is an older, matured, senior citizen, almost like a squeak Magneto.
Here's the thing with Magneto. He is actually a senior citizen. His body just has the body of like a 30-year-old.
Right. That's and I'm okay with that. But
guys, that's why I don't collect MCU figures, because human beings do not look like this, especially humans that are that old.
Damn, I will when I get that old. I don't care about the rest of y'all. I don't care about the rest of y'all.
But most people, the average human, you know.
Well, then again, I don't know. Terry Crews could play a good Magneto. He could be.
He's got the body, right? Just put
he's about 60.
Head.
If he pushing 60 if he ain't there.
Yeah, no, I mean there are bodybuilders and shit, but generally it's hard to find a great actor that's a bodybuilder. Yeah, and while Terry Crews is fucking hilarious, he doesn't have the chops of Ian McKellen.
No, he doesn't. Man, I got something to show you while we boo. Yeah.
Labaruni. What do we got?
Sure.
Transformers number 13. Now, what's significant about 13? And why'd you slap that one?
I'm glad you asked. This is the origin of Starscream and how he got his name.
Very cool.
Yes. Now, I got the variant cover. There are some other cool covers, but I actually like this one the most. So that's why I slapped it.
The glare is in the way of the covers, kind of turn it a little bit. Yeah. That's dope. Those are dope. I wish I could blow it up bigger, but I cannot.
See, I can get a little closer.
Oh shit! Where'd you go?
A little closer there. There we go. A little closer there.
Yeah, those are dope. Those are dope.
And then we have, last but not least, that's why I had to jump off. It just got delivered. And boom.
Truck.
Everybody's favorite. Scarlet number 1.
Scarlet. Now, how'd you like the Scarlet series? The Scarlet run there.
It was very fast paced. But good, but good. I like the way they incorporated some of Snake Eyes' backstory in there, but I thought it was good. Now here's some of the
Raw Talk isn't
other
here.
variants.
Oh yeah.
Here's some of the variant covers for Scarlet.
Our resident Joe expert is not here right now, but I want to know when and where Scarlet, the idea of her first being trained by the Arashikage comes in.
Yeah, me too.
From back in the day.
No. And it seems like as Joe Comics went on, in the comics, she was actually kind of more intertwined with Snake Eyes, her story. Her
and you know why I love that she's trained by the Arashikage, because in her original design, she's got shurikens on her arm. She fucking carries a little crossbow. She dresses like fucking hell acrobatic. She could be a ninja.
She dressed like an urban ninja. And she's got like an urban ninja. But it explains why she kicks so much ass and takes so much names. Like Scarlet is a problem. Like if you were to go up against her hand to hand.
Oh yeah. For sure. I mean, I don't want to fight her. Fuck.
Be formless, shapeless, like water.
Man, so getting these slabs was actually good. I've slabbed all the number ones. You know what I mean? From Destro to Cobra Commander. I'm reading the Dreadnought Wars now, which is actually really good.
That's what I want to do. I have not been to the comic store in way too long, bro. I'm so behind.
The Dreadnought Wars are like blowing me away.
Oh, okay, boy, send me some Dreadnought Wars.
Matter of fact, got you, because I'm gonna slab the first issue in that series, and then I'll go get another one of the A covers. I send it to you. If they have any variant covers, I'll put them up. And I'll drop them.
I'm not slabbing comics. I don't slab comics anymore. I'm out of the practice. I don't own a slab, and I don't slab. I don't believe in it anymore. I've changed my views. No, I don't give a fuck. I just personally, I don't. For me, I don't know. I like to look at my comics. If I can't get it and read it, I don't know. Unless it's something like you got to get. Yeah, you got to get.
So I got a digital subscription. Yeah.
Digital doesn't do it for me though. I need the physical book in my hand.
You know, I just need to read it. Like I just need to read. But I do slab.
It depends.
I only slab I only slab comics that I feel like they like the ones I feel like I gotta keep. Like ones I feel like I like the covers. The covers are very
slab collection. I used to. I just once I sold it off, I decided not to do it again because it really is that I had to sell off my comic collection because of COVID destroyed my business and all that. And so once I sold off my comic collection, it was so daunting and stressful. I was I'm not doing that again. Like I'm not even gonna try to amass that collection again. It was so devastating to lose. And so that's when I started amassing this collection. So
no, it is, and you're right. I will give you 100% credit for that. Thank you. You said it the best way it can be put. It is to have a comic collection. It's very tedious, very daunting, very stressful, and then you start getting FOMO, with certain things,
right.
and then you got people that buy as many as they can buy, and they sell them at astronomical prices,
or you get a crazy deal on something. Then you ain't gonna never get that deal again, or you get something when it was cheap. Now that comic is like 5 times the price. I got comics before movies came out. After the movies came out, all these characters' comics first appearances blew up, and I had them all. And when they were nothing, and now they're worth hundreds, and I had to sell them to survive. But it's what it is.
And then you got stuff like this. This dropped at a 9.8. My Transformers at a 9.6. And you look at them so close and you're like, what is the difference? Like for that one, just that point, whatever. But at my local comic shop, Wade always says, anything, it doesn't matter. Because if the book goes extinct and you got the only copy, it could be a 5.0.
Yeah,
it's now moved to the top of the pile as far as if you want to sell it, it moves to the top of the pile as far as money is concerned. But he was like, anything.
The number one selling Superman out there is not a 9.8.
No,
There is
not
no
at all.
9.8 to Superman.
Not at all.
So
Not at all.
that's okay.
No, that's okay. And he also told me, he said, listen, it's just a good way to protect your most valuable comics. That's all it
Pretty
is.
much.
And he said, and
Yeah.
they put a rating on it, as far as the condition of the comic. And he
That way,
said,
if somebody
would
wants to
that,
buy it, they know what they're buying.
right. And he said, now, would that affect the price? Yes and no. He said, because
Yes.
if there's only 300 of them in existence, then we know it's that many. But if there's only 10 in existence, that ups the price. Doesn't matter what the rating was.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the Doom.
That's
Speaking of
as we know,
comics,
Superman #1 just sold the Nicolas Cage one. He had that slab. That sold for what, 15 billion this year. So the original one looked like it was in a fire. I'm gonna try to find pictures of that so we can put that up
Nick
on the
Cage
show.
bought it?
No, all right. So the original that I first saw, like back in the 90s, Superman #1 Action Comics, it literally looked like it was in a fire. The cover was very damaged.
There's a nice one. There's a bunch. There's actually 3 really nice ones right now.
And they're the only ones that ever popped up. Yeah, they're the only that ever surfaced that are that nice. Before that, the one that's they're the best ones. The one that we all were in awe over sold for $1 million. But then the other 3 that popped up, they sold for more than that.
There was one Superman comic. This just happened. There was this guy. His dad was this recluse. There's a whole documentary about it, bro. His dad was a total recluse and had a secret room in their house that no one in their family, except for the immediate family that lived in the house, no cousins, no aunts, no grandparents, no one knew this man had a fucking vault in his house, a room of comics. When I say a room of comics, bro, this guy had millions of comics. He had every fucking key issue, every comic there was known to man from Marvel, bro. But he was a psycho. He was completely reclusive. His kids, no one was allowed in the room. They were not allowed to tell their friends that their dad collected comics. They were not allowed to mention the word comics to their friends. No one that came over to the house was allowed to know that this man, he was so paranoid about his collection and someone finding out that he had it and taking it, that he was like psychotically fucking anal about it. And he would catalog it like obsessively. And he had this catalog, and he has like, where some people might have, I have the fucking key issue fucking number 1 of whatever. He's got like 50 copies of it. Like it's the most insane. It's the most insane collection that's ever been unearthed. That's ever been found in human history. There's a documentary just happened.
Oh wow! Oh, I got to see that. You know the name of it? I got to see that.
Yeah,
I got to see that.
I'll find it. I'll find it. But it's something about my dad. Something about it's something about my dad and Superman. I think I don't know. Fuck yeah, selling my dad's Superman, selling my dad's collection. Some shit like that, bro. I gotta find it, but he inherits it, and like I said, his dad was the reclusive about it. So when he inherited it, no one else knew about it until he inherited. Then he gets it, and now he tells people like the secret that he's had to hold his whole life, growing up and everything. He's like in his 40s now. He's had to maintain the secret that his dad had this collection. Like he's maintained it, like fucking go to the grave with it. Like his best friend, his grandma, no one knows about it but him and his dad and his mom and like his brother or something, or his sister. I don't forget who lived in the house, but it's really weird, really crazy story. And in that collection was a Superman, a number 1, first appearance of Superman that was equivalent to the current highest graded Superman. So now there are 2 at 8.5 or whatever the top number is. Because of this collection, now they found a second one that is now there's 2 of the top. So now there are 2 top, like whatever the top grade of Superman is, there's 2 of them now.
Wow,
wild shit. And bro,
you know what?
Crazy when you see this collection, you fucking.
Wow, I do know that there was a Batman comic like that, and there was a guy. It was a Detective Comics. I think it was like the first appearance of. There were 2 actually that I know of. There was one that was the first appearance of Dick Grayson. It Batman was Detective Comics like number 30 something, 30 something.
BDBGP.
A dude said that when he was a kid, his brother would like tease him and like bully him all the time. And he said he loved comics, so he always had his comics. And he said he had just bought the Detective Comics, the one that was the first. Dick Grayson was the first one. Dick Grayson. He said he wanted to read it, but he never got to read it. His brother took it from him and told him he burnt it. He thought he burnt it. His brother showed him like he burnt a different magazine, but it wasn't Detective Comics number 30 something. So he said he grew up. This is no lie. He said he grew up, right?
Thinking it was burnt.
It was burnt. He thought it was burnt. So his he goes
Brother
to
had that shit. He stole it.
I'm gonna tell you what happened. This is a crazy story. This is a crazy story. So his brother moved into their family home. And then he was taking care of the mother and the father, and the mother and the father passed away. And then the brother's like, look, you can have the family home. I don't want it. Do what you want with it. You know what I mean? I've been here all these years. I got some other stuff going on. I really don't care. So he was like, okay, cool. So he goes in there and he starts fixing the house up. And he was going to make it like a second home, like a rental for, like residual income or whatever. And he said, halfway through the build, it started coming along really nice. And he said, I didn't know if I wanted to sell it, rent it, or just use it. So long story short, in his brother's room, he tears down the walls. He takes the sheetrock out.
No.
Guess what falls out of the wall? His Detective Comics number 38. First appearance of Dick Grayson. And because it was in the wall and the way that it fell, it was in pristine condition.
Preserved.
So he said he went on he took a picture of it and he went on Google and he Googled how much it was worth. The comic was initially worth, I think it was like 64,000, 60-something thousand, between 60 and 70,000, something like that. Let's just say 70. Let's say 70,000, 80,000. I just go 80,000 because it was close to. But he got like 100 and something thousand for the comic when he finally sold it. He slabbed it, and this is where it gets interesting. He didn't know that it was one of the rarest Batman comics in the world because there were only so many of them that they knew existed, and his BDBGP peace. His when he got it appraised, it actually appraised and was in better condition than like the other 2 or 3 that were in the world that they knew existed.
Yeah.
And he calls his brother up and he tells his brother, he says, thanks for being a dick. And he says, what do you mean? He says, remember when we were kids? And you told me you burnt my comic, you destroyed it. He laughed. He's like, so you put it in the wall. His brother was like, you know what? I don't remember that, but I probably did. And he said, if you knock down the walls, you might find some other your comics that I just threw in the wall just because I was just being a D-hole. And I was like, damn, like, yo, really? And so, that goes to show you, like, you never know. Like, you just never know.
Never know.
And,
but not BDBT, he's saying that we got to come back and judge the battle tomorrow.
All right. What's up? What time? Brother, no.
Yeah, what time, bro? Should be able to. These are the comics. So in obviously celebration of Doom and everything, they're doing like 20 plus Doom variant homages, and this is the first one here. So on the right, you see this. This is the homage of the Doom. Like, remember this Doom #1 came out. I got it right there. And so they're doing Wolverine #17 as an homage to it. So that's like an homage. Like around Doom, you see like the Fantastic Four and shit, and here around Wolverine, you got the X-Men and mutants and shit. And instead of Galactus at the top, like on Doom's, you got Doom on the top of Wolverine. And then you got let's see here, and a lot of these I think are whack as fuck, and I think that it sucks. Yeah, I do. I think it's fucking ass art. I'm sick of this CGI art, bro. Pick up a fucking pencil. Stop drawing on your fucking tablets, guys. Shit is corny, but shit just looks ugly to me. I don't know. Shit looks fucking no matter how good you do, for some reason, it still looks cheap to me. It looks cheap. It looks artificial. It just doesn't do it for me. But yeah. So this is a Dazzler, which I think this is a, it's a
I'm looking at that.
the poor fucking whatever.
How many are they doing? None of them are really doing it for.
No, none of them. This one's an okay one. I love the Doom
I
cover.
like that one right there.
Homaging. It's one of my favorite covers with Doom and Tony Stark. Doom Starks, I call it. And then you got the Gambit and Doom on this one. It's coolish. And then you got Immortal Thor. I'm not feeling it. It's not doing nothing for me. This Storm one where he's like holding Storm, and then in this one it's Storm holding him. Like, no. Daredevil and Doom, and you got Magic and Doom. I mean, it's fine. That one's nothing special. It's okay. The thing about this one is like you took a really iconic, some of these are like really iconic covers of Doom, and these remakes just look so cheap and lackluster. Like you pick Magic, like you think she's of the status of Daredevil, iconically? No. So pick someone that's a Daredevil status and put him right there. Black Cat, Unbeatable Squirrel Girl comic cover with Doom in a ball of squirrels. And then here they got Black Cat with Doom in a ball of cats. I mean, who's it for? I don't know. Doom over the city fighting the Fantastic Four. And then you got basically Doom over the city fighting Avengers. That's a cool homage. But
that's a dope. Yeah, that's a dope cover. I like the one on the right.
What? The old one?
Yeah, the old one is dope.
Oh yeah, the old one's fucking classic, dude. That's a problem too with some of these, like these old ones. They're like Kirby classics. They're like, in that art style back then, it's really hard to translate in a modern art style without it looking cheap or just lazy. And yeah, because I don't know, the art back then, Kirby's art, it's very iconic and just very dynamic and very just cool, but art got better, over the years. Like artists figured out better techniques and got better tools, and just, art just got better. I mean, look at the old cave paintings. Art gets better as humans progress. So it's not saying anything bad. It's just saying like it's an older style that doesn't translate well in a newer world. Here you go, Spidey. It's like an iconic Doom cover right there. I love that Doom cover. But then yeah, it's kind of just a lackluster Spidey one. Now the ones that they have real tiny here, I think, are the best ones. I don't know why they didn't showcase these ones, but there you got Doom and like a cat, like Cap is Doom. Like that's hard.
That's hard. That's real hard. What? Get that, slab it up.
Yeah, this is dope right here. Cyclops.
That up.
That shit is fire. Then you got, looks like, I don't know who that is. That's dope as fuck. Frankenstein Hulk or some shit. I don't know what that is. That shit is crazy.
Damn.
Cable and Doom, Enter Doctor Doom. New Mutants. That's pretty cool. That's awesome. Wolverine homage.
Yeah. You can see Doom in his hand. That's dope. If I can find that, I'm slabbing that. I'm slabbing that.
Yeah.
I would have to slab that.
Yeah. I don't like covers that look like comic panels or pages. Like looks like a page in the comic, right? So I feel like I'm walking by a comic with the cover ripped off. Like a cover should be more a bigger image, maybe not a lot of busy shit. Definitely no bunch of, everyone has a speech bubble. It's, I mean, they do these covers all the time, but just not for me. I like a more symbolic cover.
Unless Scotty Young does it. It's the only way I like it.
Well, no. Okay, good example. I'm glad you brought up Scotty Young because when Scotty Young does it, it's not all busy like this. The
No.
background's like solid white, and there'll be
Like,
two or three guys on there with some. That's fine, but this is too busy. But Scotty's don't look like comic pages. This looks like a page from the comic. Scotty Young is the way to do it right. Magneto and Thanos' gear all just laying on the ground here, and then Deadpool is wearing Doom's costume, and Doom's behind him, kind of pissed off, like, take off my shit. And he's like, maybe green is my color. Corny. Dope.
stop.
What?
Stop.
Dog, instead of the skull, he has the Doom mask.
Doom mask. I was getting ready to say, bruh. I will find that comic and I will add it to my collection. Damn, look at that, bro.
You find one, buy two, and let me know, and I'll cash app you instantly.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yo, look at that, man. When are these supposed to come out?
I'll find that in a sec. There's Moon Knight looking butt naked. There's Null. That's cool. I don't know the cover that it's homaging though, so I would have to see that. And that's the thing with homages, they're really only cool if you're really familiar with the comic that it's homaging. To me, like if I see an homage and it's like, oh, that that's an homage of a cover that I've never seen before, it might as well be a new cover. But if I know the cover really well and I see an homage and I recognize it, I think the best homage, like one of my favorite, is the one where it's the homage of Spidey, the Todd McFarlane Spider-Man #1, where he's crouched down and like squatting with his one hand forward and the webs behind him. So that's been homage probably more than any other cover probably, and it just always looks great no matter what. Whether it's Wolverine, Venom, whoever it is, they have him crouched down like Spider-Man in that pose. It always hits.
It does.
It's overused and saturated, and people are fucking sick of it. Don't get me wrong, but I think they always look awesome. But you know why I think they look awesome? Because Spider-Man #1 by Todd McFarlane is very iconic to me, because that's like one of the comics that like I started my comic career on when I was 13 or whatever. So for me, it's like a special book, and I think that's what homages really do best is if it's a cover you really like, you will really like the homage. If you're not really into the cover, you're not really gonna care about the homage. I'm done saying the word homage now. But yeah, pretty dope.
I'm gonna add there. That Punisher, bro.
Dope work.
I really think there's going to be a time, and I think I know it's kind of here, but it's coming, where when collectors start collecting the cover, is going to mean more than anything else, because some of these covers they're more iconic now than they ever were when I first started collecting, and the artwork on them on some covers are like, I don't know, like super fabulous, like some of the best stuff I've ever seen since McFarlane. And I think McFarlane was the one that kicked that off. Did that Spider-Man cover with him kneeling down, the one like you said with him like this. That artwork that he used to do on those covers when he was doing that book, it was way beyond anything else. Nobody was doing covers like that, and now that's what they do. So these younger artists that were inspired by that, they're drawing covers like that every time, and they're putting so much into that artwork. You will remember that book for anything else but the cover. If you don't remember anything, if you don't, like, let's just say you never read the story, you'd be like, look, I remember the cover of that book. That was, that B cover, or that, that special cover, that homage cover. Like, you will remember that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, I mean, and I think it is happening where the cover is a lot of the draw is the cover, especially now with like variant covers and virgin variants, and it's all the rage. Like, variants have never been such a business. Like, variants is an industry. Like, back in the day, a variant was like a rare, like, oh, they did a variant, like it,
Rare.
you know, that was something rare or whatever. But now it's almost expected that every comic has to have a certain number of variants. Like,
Yeah. And you better
and
bring
that's,
your A game to that variant cover. I mean, that's just what it is. And even now, I
and the
see a
variant
trend.
covers are worth more than the original covers,
The original cover, yeah. And here's the thing too.
which
I'm starting to
makes
see
sense.
second.
But I think for me, I'm gonna always want the original cover.
The original, yeah, the A cover, yeah. But here's the thing that's trending now too, Reno. When they do second printings,
Yeah,
the cover on the second printing
be
is
dope sometimes.
90% doper than the
Yeah,
first printing.
yeah,
And
because
the
they got,
value show,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah, you'll
That's
see
the only way to give it value,
one.
probably.
hmm Most of the time people won't buy second printings. When you look at Absolute
Yeah, right.
Batman, the covers they put out for Absolute Batman on the second printing or the number one were
Mhm.
way 10, 20 times better than the original ones they put out. I got one I gotta get. I have an Absolute Batman one. Got it slabbed. I gotta send off the second printing cover to get slabbed because it's 10 times better than the one I bought originally.
All right.
So I can't believe it's that good. Like it just like it literally blew me away looking at it. I was like, damn, these covers are phenomenal.
Let's keep it rolling because I know we got to keep it rolling. But next topic, Spider-Man, brand new day. Apparently, the lead villain has been revealed, and this was back in like September when this was first said. But apparently there will be a female shapeshifter that is the villain, and they don't know who it is, if it's like a female variant of Chameleon or what it means that she's a shapeshifter or what. But there is a character that people think Sadie Sink may be playing, and they think that it's her. So there's two real strong thoughts out there. Sadie Sink is either Jean Grey, which is what I think, or she's this character, the shapeshifter character. And I'm not saying no, because actually, whether it's Jean Grey or not, I'm really not solid on, because I've heard so much stuff to the contrary, and the way that they've put it out, like, and stuff that I've heard Sadie Sink say, makes me think it's not Jean Grey. Maybe they're just being really clever and doing some reverse psychology, but I don't know if they're that intricate. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not super confident it's Jean Grey. This other, you know, notion that people have is very likely as well. The character's name Shathra, Shathra. Not really familiar with the character personally, but Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige is a big fan of J. Michael Straczynski and John Romita Jr.'s Amazing Spider-Man run, which he wrote the foreword for Coming Home, while Spidey's budding friendship with Doctor Strange ended up being a big part of the movie Spider-Man No Way Home. So Shathra debuted in 2002's Amazing Spider-Man number 46, where she was introduced as the Spider Wasp Totem, a monstrous insectoid predator, and I'll show you a picture of the astral plane, who sought to kill Spidey and feed him to her young. And the villain took on a human form to cause chaos in Spidey's personal life, and very nearly revealed his secret identity on national television. In recent years, we've learned that, and as you know, a big part of Spider-Man's personality and character and story and everything is that his secret identity is a huge, factor. It's a huge deal. In recent years, we have learned that the elder goddess Shathra was tasked with designing the celestial map of humanity, the Great Nest. Okay, and its creation was overshadowed by her sister Ninth's Great Web, and driven to madness, she eventually became a multiversal threat, seeking to bring every spider hero and web of life and Destiny under her control. So we've heard that Spider-Man Brand New Day will mix the street level storytelling with a little bit of the multiverse, a little bit of the, supernatural, if you will, like metaphysical, whatever. And this could be the excuse that Sony Pictures is looking for to bring Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield variants back in the final act. They are also saying that the incursions, right? Because we know about the incursions, are going to destroy Tobey Maguire's world. His universe gets destroyed in like the beginning of Avengers Doomsday. Yeah,
Interesting.
And this is Shathra. Hold on, yeah. So yeah, it is very interesting because it's very likely, and it's very like it definitely makes sense. Like it definitely fucking tracks. And so, like I said, when I talk about stuff on here, guys, I'm giving you stuff that I've researched. Like I literally pay money to be in these insider groups, like these Patreon and like Discords with like these industry insiders, and I get all this information. Like you pay money for this shit. Like, so I'm not just like watching movies and giving you my opinion. We YouTube ain't fucking with that no more. Like people can't just get on YouTube anymore and just fucking be interesting people. Like now you have to bring facts. Like people need to be able to come to your channel and your show and learn some shit that they can trust to be real. And if they don't, they move on. So that's why you can trust everything I'm telling y'all is researched. But this is the character Shathra. Let's see. Well, that's more of her. I want to see what she looks like. Let's look at some images. There you go. Looks like a scary black spider.
Looks like she uses dark portal magic.
Doesn't it? Doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Shathra, Sadie Sink. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're thinking. The whole deal was like Sadie Sink is not Jean Grey. And one thing Sadie Sink said in an interview that it struck me like as a really clever thing to say, but the way she said it didn't seem like she was told to say it. And so it kind of like made me think, okay, maybe I believe you. Because she's like all these rumors and stuff and all these like every fan casting, every single one of these characters has red hair. And she's like, I get that I have red hair. She's like, do people forget that in the movies you can change your hair color?
Yeah.
So she's like, it doesn't have to be a redhead character, basically. Which true, very true. But my thing is like, why go out and hire one of the most iconic redheads and not use her red hair? I don't see it. But Shathra could easily have red hair in her human form, very easily. So, because remember, she does turn human into like a human form, so it would work. I hope she's Jean Grey, but that's because I'm a super X-Men fan and a Stranger Things fan, so I want to see her as one of my favorite characters, not as a character I've never heard of until now, but I won't be upset either way. Let's see. Why do they think it's her, really? Let's see.
I got to break out, So,
all right, bro.
But,
all right, hang on. Let me dang. We had so much more to talk about. Hold on. Check these out, bro. Remember the He-Man trailer? So,
Oh yeah. I was looking at these earlier when you sent them to me.
right, we saw Man at Arms in the trailer. We saw He-Man, but we didn't see Battle Cat's armor. Now we see what Battle Cat's armor is going to look like in the movie. Not yet revealed in the trailer, guys. So here y'all go. You didn't see it in the trailer. You saw it here. That's Battle Cat's armor. That is fucking awesome, dude. I will buy these. I don't buy movie figures. I won't buy that.
Good.
Yeah, they look good. They look good. I won't buy that though. I don't really like all the movie figures, but I'd buy that.
I need He-Man
and Battle Cat. Yeah, and Skeletor. And Triclops. Here's Triclops. Okay. This is another one not revealed in the trailer, guys. This is a big reveal right now. Okay. This character's not in the trailer. And this character is one of my favorite characters in all the Motu lore. They race swapped him. Doesn't matter. Who cares? It's fucking, whatever. He's like a tech guy. Triclops. It's a very, reminiscent of the 80s look. I fuck with it. It works. Skeletor obviously looks amazing. And that figure actually looks pretty good.
Yeah, that figure looks excellent.
Yeah. Looks like cloth goods there, and Evelyn looks like Evelyn. I mean,
looks great.
Yeah, she got the fucking Trapjaw looks amazing, dog. That is awesome. That's awesome. What I love about it most, bro, is the bright colors. They gave him the bright blue and the bright purple and the bright. They weren't scared to give him a pink helmet. Like a lot of Hollywood movies would have changed that helmet color, bro.
They would have made him all black.
Yep.
Green or blue
and gray. Yeah.
With the blue skin. Yeah.
So that's pretty cool, man. I'm digging that. And then yeah. Oh, did you see this? The new PlayStation controller? Fucking touchscreen, no buttons, no joysticks.
That's false. That's not real. That's a CG created. That's a CG created image. Yeah.
No, this is an article.
Yeah, it says Sony patent teases adaptive teases. Sony teases.
Yeah.
It's just what they did was they got a
Sony has it's a patent. Here's what it is. Sony has published a patent. And that talks about a capacitive touch controller with no physical buttons. So they have a patent for a controller with no physical buttons. Whether they are gonna make it or not, they fucking got the patent for it. So they're the only ones that can make it.
It'll never happen. If anything, what they'll probably do is
it'll never happen as like this is what comes with the console. No, but it'll be something you can buy as a side piece. Like you can. It's an option. It's not gonna come with the console. They'll never replace joysticks and shit. No, but you can buy it. I think they'll make it for people that want to buy it.
I don't think
personally, I wouldn't want to play with it. I don't know. I think it'll suck. But yeah, you should read this article. They're serious about it. They got this is the fucking what you call it. This is the patent here.
I doubt if they make it, number one, and number two. Me personally, I think it's just something that they put out because they are in development of PS6, and they're gonna be experimenting with things, and they're gonna be putting things together. But the final product, like remember when PlayStation 3 came out, they had that boomerang controller, and they kept showing pictures of that. They kept showing pictures of the boomerang, and everybody was like, "Yo, look at that controller, like a boomerang." And it never saw the light of day. It just was something mock that they put up there because they didn't have anything at the time.
Oh, yeah. This isn't that, but I know what you're talking about. But this is just them buying a patent. It doesn't mean they're gonna make it. It just means they bought the patent. They thought about making it. They may make it. They reserve the right to make it. That's all it is.
Right. If you ask me what I think it is that Sony is really trying to get into the online gaming streaming thing where like Xbox did. So what they want to do is they want you to buy a subscription and you can stream all their games onto a device. That right there, that patent is probably for a device either they're gonna make that will stream the games. So you know how when you play on your phone I got a gamer phone. See, like I got this is what I got a Red Magic. I got a Red Magic 10S Pro. So this phone is from the future. When I play games on this phone, this phone has a gaming mode. And what happens is whenever I go to gaming mode like this here, it so automatically I have controls on the phone here that are just like what you just talked about. And what I think Sony is that they're going to probably create a phone
Bro, I
with
get
these
that on
gaming
my
controls
I
on
get
it.
that on, you can get those on any phone.
No, you can't. Not like this one. I'm
Yes, you
sorry.
can.
Nah, you can't. Not like
I mean,
this
maybe
phone.
that's a different layout or whatever.
No, not like that phone. I'm sorry. This phone is from the future. It
You
hasn't
say
been
so.
invented yet. It hasn't been invented yet. And if you don't have a Red Magic phone, you can't enjoy things like that. You might want to. You might think you can, but you just can't. It's a gamer phone. It's for gamers. I can do my taxes and play Doom at the same time on that phone. I'm sorry to be, and all you guys out there that have iPhones, when you grow up, you'll get a better phone when you grow up. But for right now, Red Magic is it. It's the future. And if you're not in the Red Magic.
If you say so. But yes, the Sony has published many different patents, related to controllers, such as one that detects a player's sweat to monitor stress during gameplay, and another one that is a 3D grid shaped controller that deforms to enhance immersion. But obviously they never saw the light of day. But no, it's not just the AI made up 3D mock-up. It's like,
no, I'm saying
said,
that picture. That picture is an AI 3D mock-up, but as far as as far as like the controller is concerned, it has to. We'll see. We'll see what Sony does. I really think it's something that they're doing with PS6, and that's why they got the patent for the controller. Or it might be something they already made, and they just want to patent it down before somebody else finds out about it and tries to copy it. The Chinese are good for that, and they know that. That's why they put patents on everything.
Yeah. Well, no. So what it is, it's. I mean, like I said in the beginning, I don't say anything on the show that isn't factual, but it could arrive with the PS6, but I don't think it will. I think it will be something that will be if anything, an ancillary item that you can buy. Just like they have all kinds of adaptive gear and shit you can buy to plug into your PlayStation that doesn't come with the PlayStation. They're not going to force people to have to play with a controller that's flat. that shit sucks. It's not. It's not as good as a controller.
It's not, and I don't like playing on my phone with the flat controller. I don't play on my phone with that, man. Mine works really good because my phone is from the future. But
I don't play any games on my phone. I hate phone games. I hate mobile games. I hate mobile games.
Never play Mario? Mario Run on your phone?
Hate mobile games.
Resident Evil?
If it's a mobile game, why? I can fucking play a game on my TV. Like I don't.
There's some dope mobile games out there. Like
I get, you know what it is? I'm not away from my TV so long that I need to play a game on my phone. I work from home. I do, you know what I'm saying? YouTube. Like I leave my house to go do shit or get something. And I'm not going to be playing a game when I'm either shopping or, you know what I'm saying, going to an appointment or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So I just don't, for me, mobile games ain't it. If I was someone that was always out, always on the go, never home, and just, had to play games, then I could see using it as something like that. But there's people that literally are sitting at home, bro, and they're in their fucking living room, their consoles right there, their game, and they're on their phone. Fucking playing Candy Crush. What the fuck you doing?
Mobile game is really big in Japan. It literally is. It's big in Japan,
Korea,
and China. It's huge.
They love
Japan,
that shit.
Korea, and China, and that's what they do. But the stuff that they play is not anything traditional that we're used to seeing here in the U.S.
No.
They play a lot of RTB, return-based strategy games and things like that, but nothing.
JRPG.
You won't catch. You won't catch them playing like Street Fighter on that. Unless they got a controller or something, or they just so into their phones that that's what they want to play it on.
There's a new Rambo coming out in the reboot prequel.
Yeah, I heard about, but we don't need it. Yeah, we don't need it. We don't need it. Rambo series ended just fine. It was good the way it is.
Well, I wouldn't say that it ended. I mean, they should have ended it before it ended. I think they did too much.
That last one we needed. I don't think we needed that last one, but the one before that was good to go. So.
Yeah. Yeah, but there's Lionsgate doing they announced production of the John Rambo prequel film in Bangkok. Neo Cinto is cast as John Rambo in the prequel. He's already cast. Noah Cinto is set to play a Street Fighter character in the 2026 October adaptation of Street Fighter. Yeah. So they're doing it anyway, even though we said not to.
Yeah, we don't want it. Yeah, that's what they do. Bastards.
But they are making a Game of Thrones animated series about the sea snake. So if you watched the Game of Thrones spinoff House of the Dragon, the sea snake, the dude with the long white dreadlocks, who's the sailor, all his fucking voyages and shit. It's called 9 Voyages. We've known about it for a while, but it's now developing, and that is going to be done by have you ever seen the show Primal?
Yes, love Primal.
That guy is doing the fucking joint, so very excited. It's going to be dope.
Yeah, he's a Russian guy. The Russian name, I can't pronounce it.
Stoyevsky.
Yeah, it should be dope though if he's doing it.
Tartakovsky. Yeah,
Tartakovsky. He's doing it. It's gonna be dope. I gotta break out of here, man.
I feel you, bro. We gotta wrap it up. But yeah, man, we'll see you guys this Wednesday. So have a good rest of your weekend. Be cool. Have fun. And like we always tell you, don't forget.
Be water, my friend.